Okay, we'll get started soon, okay?
Okay.
So do you have any question about your class
No,
at school? No?
no.
No, okay. Okay, so first thing is like we change the course to CS50 web design, okay? This is the web design. So why we are teaching Python and the web design course for I would say kind of like 2 semester or 2 quarter, okay? So let me explain our schedule. So our schedule every year for this AP CSP in the summer we teach Python. Okay, so we teach Python in the summer, and Python is for data science. So it's on data and it's also for programming. And then this is the first part. You need to learn some programming and then some data science. So we teach you Python. Second time, second module, we teach you web design. So web design, we teach you HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript. So basically, this one is to design a web page. And web page is related to internet. And also related to global impact. Okay, global impact. So why I mention this is because eventually you are going to look into the 7 big ideas in the computer science principle. Okay, in the computer science principle, it's the CADA, kata PIG. First, C is creativity. You need to be creative. So creativity is about programming, about your creating some project. Second one is A is abstraction. So you have some function, you need to know about how to abstract your function and then use a function, and you also need to know how to use array. That's called abstraction. That's the second thing you need to learn. Third one is data or information. So data science, Python will teach you. And then fourth one is algorithm. So algorithm is for programming. Okay, for programming. And then next one is PP is programming. Programming, so it's also for programming. So then next one is I is internet. Okay, internet. So right here, web design will teach you internet. And then last one, G is global impact. Okay, so these are 7 big ideas for AP concept principle. Have your teacher teach you these already or no?
Not yet.
They never talk about this 7 big idea. Let me check for it. So it's a 7 big idea for computer science principles. Basically, you need to remember these 7 terms. So these are 7 big ideas for, let me pick one. Let me pick this one. Okay. So let me copy this slice for you. This is called 7 big idea of the computer science. Okay. And how to remember the 7 big idea. Let me pick one of them. Let me pick this one, and let's actually do open in a new tab. Okay, so these are the 7 big ideas for the AP concept principle. Okay, so this is 7 is the CADAPIG. Okay, the last 3 PIG is like peak, right? You have peak. So it's kata peak, CADAPIG. Is that okay? That's how I remember it. That's how I remember it. Okay, kata peak. Creativity, abstraction, data, algorithm, programming, internet. global impact. Okay, EIG, programming internet global impact. So this portion related to web design and internet. This portion programming, this portion programming. So totally, we use the Python language and also the web design language for it. Okay, so that's the first thing I would like to cover. Second thing I would like to cover is right here. I post a full stack developer. So this one is a full stack developer. You need to learn database, SQL. We talk about some SQL. MongoDB is different, MongoDB different language, and then you need to know about backend. Backend you have Python. Front-end you have HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, so this web design is front-end. And then backend you need to know about database and also Python. And then eventually you need to learn everything to become your full stack software engineer. Okay. But you may ask the question like, okay, I'm not going to become a software engineer. So why am I learning web design? So Liana, why you need to learn web design? If you are not software engineer, you don't want to build website for other people. Then what's your purpose to learn web design? Do you know? So you go learn those code.org programming, and you also learn the Python with us. So Python, I tell you already, you can come out with the mathematical equation. You can solve the mathematical equation, and you can also show the result to the pilot, right? Matplotlib, so you can plot the curve that you learn from other calculus, or you learn from calculus or from statistics. Okay, that part we know, that's data science. So that's why you learn Python. But why you learn web design here? Do you know why you need to learn it or you don't need to learn it? So first thing is that what is the purpose for web page? Do you know what is a web page?
No.
You don't know what is a web page? Web page is you go to this browser. You go Google. This one's Google.com. So Google.com by itself is a web page. So you can also do Amazon.com. So you go to Amazon.com. This is one web page. It's designed by Java and JavaScript. So this is the web page. So you are not a software engineer. So why you need to learn web page? What's the purpose of the web page? So why you need to build a website? That's what I'm asking for. Do you know? So what usually web page is for? You think about it. So I don't know what was your high school, but your high school is very Christian, right?
Yeah.
So a very Christian high school, you click here and then very Christian school, K-12. Okay, let's click it. So you do show your very Christian school's web page. So why this school need to have a web page? You think about it. Why your school need to have a web page? Why Amazon need to have a web page?
Why? It like informs you.
Yeah, they provide information. Other than that, what do they have? You come here, you search for the school information. Yeah, that's true. What are the other purposes that this school may have? It is a communication channel. They will post their calendar, so student will know when you need to take final. So it's a
Yeah.
communication channel, right? That's one more idea. What else that you need to use your website? So whatever I'm talking to you right now, actually is the idea of the AP campsite principle. Later, when you do multiple choice problem, you will see some problem that is they are asking you which of the following is the purpose of a website, which one is not. Then you need to organize your idea. So right now I'm helping you to organize the idea. So now, other than giving the information and other than communicate among the people or teacher and student, what else? What else this website would be useful? What is the other purpose that they may need this website?
If you have questions, you can like
A
ask.
question still be the information pages.
Um,
You haven't created a new idea yet. That's actually still the when there's inquiry, you have an inquiry code. What else? So you go to Amazon, what do you do?
search what you want to buy.
What you want to buy, and then when you search something that you want to buy, and what else you want to do? You pay, you check credit card, swipe credit card, and then you actually get your stuff. So what are you doing with Amazon? You actually do business with Amazon, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a business, you have an IBM, you need to have an IBM website. You have Amazon, you need to have IBM Amazon website. You have a golfland.com. There's a golfland.com. You sell golf. You sell golf equipments. So you do business for those people who want to buy the decent golf clubs. So you go to that website. Let's go. Maybe gone. Let's just look at golf. There's a golfland.com here. There's a golfland.com. This one. I think they probably is gone. I mean, okay, whatever. This is me, Peter's side. This golfland. Okay, whatever. So they do business with you. So basically, the website is for business. And then they will also use this website for advertisement. So for example, your Facebook, they start to have some advertisement on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. They start to have some advertisement. So you search your page. Right here, I'm not on my page, but you can search through the Facebook feeder page. So you go down, some of them are information, some of them are actually like this one. I think this one is selling some noodle for people. So this one is actually an ad. So it's for business, it's for ad. And so say 20 years later, you become let's assume that you go to a medical school, right? And you actually become a doctor. And then at that time, Stanford Hospital, they also have a website. So they have a website, they also need to use the website to handle those transactions with people. So it's still doing business, just different kind of business. So every business need to have a website. Every business will do advertising through website. So, and every nonprofit organization, food bank, they need to have a website. Any university, they want to campaign for the donation, they need to have a website. So website is very powerful. They are used to recruit the people to actually helping them. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Those are the idea that you need to learn before we actually teach you the web page. Okay. So web page's main purpose is these. We already talked about it. So the chapter 1. So we now go back to here. So right here, you actually will go into this web design course. Okay, that's what we have. And then there are some textbook. So we will start with the textbook of Learning Web Design by the Jennifer Robbins. This one's learning. So this one you will learn HTML and CSS. Okay. And then JavaScript is right here. These three is three language. Okay, actually it's three language. But three languages work together to become a web page. So basically, don't feel afraid. Okay, it's actually will be well integrated as one language. In fact, it's look more like a one language. Okay, just three different components of the language. Okay, but here are the textbook. Okay, and then after the textbook, we go into the chapter 1. Chapter 1 is the HTML markup pages. So we are going to talk about page design and what is web page. So that's our lecture number 1. Lecture number 1 covers the chapter 1 to 4. So here we do mention in the textbook. Each chapter is small, so we actually have the chapter number here. It's okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the purpose of the web page, and then that's what we are going to work on for 3 months until December. Okay, and then the one in the code.org is it's also written by HTML and the CSS and the JavaScript. Okay, but code.org putting everything together to make students easier to develop the software. Okay, they based on the three language, but they already done by some professor to make it easier for students to use. But in reality, if you graduate from high school, nobody will use it. Everybody use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But in a way, you can say that code.org is teaching you a toy for fun. Okay, but somehow you pick up some programming idea, okay? And then it is good enough for you to design the project for the APCSP project. Okay, so that's why we need it. But fundamentally, we still want to teach you this second module. We call it internet, and then internet is web page based. Okay, so that's why teacher will teach you JavaScript. But before you teach JavaScript, you need to know about HTML first. So first lecture, we are going to talk about HTML web page. So we talk about the purpose of the web page. We talk about why we need a web design. We also talk about how this is related to your AP course. Okay, so now let's go into the slices. So first one, you need to know about what is a web design. Web design is to design the website, and the purpose of the website is for business. So first, you need to know what is a website. You have the Facebook website, you have Google website. So they provide contents, and there are also home pages. So some people has their own home pages. Some people put their content on it. For example, like YouTube. Some people put a design on there. Some people have a web hosting there. So these are different kind of the website. Is okay? Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So these are different kind of website, and every day you use your cell phone, you use your browser. You basically is going through different kind of websites. You go to Google, Google is a website. You go to Amazon, Amazon is a website. You go to Facebook, Facebook is a website. So you are using website every day. Okay. So now next one is viewport. So what is viewport? Viewport is you have a website. Let's assume it's Amazon.com. You can use a cell phone to see it. You can use iPad to see it. You can use a monitor, your PC to see it. But you know that you actually browse through the cell phone. It looks like vertical and smaller window. If you look like you look through the iPad, it's a little bit bigger. But if you look at the computer window or Macintosh computer window, it will be flat and bigger. So each one of these is a viewport. So you use the viewport to see your website. So website is only one, that's Amazon.com, but you use a different kind of viewport to look at it. Maybe cell phone, maybe iPad, maybe this one called Windows. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you need to make your website design being able to be viewed by different viewports, different browser, different viewports. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you need to know what's the purpose of website. You need to know about your viewport, and then you need to design your web page. So to design your web page, you need to have a JavaScript, HTML, CSS, PHP. PHP is for database. Okay, these are front end design. And back end, you need to have a Python and many other things for it. So there is a web design, there is a web development. So web design is an art. You make your website beautiful. What kind of thing you need to put up there? You just make it more beautiful. That's called web design. Another one is called web development. Web development means that you need to hook up your database, hook up your bank, hook up your credit card, hook up your organization. That's web development. These two are slightly different, but can be put together. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that in mind, the web design actually including both design and development. Okay, and then you need to, when you design a page, that including site speed, how fast your download is, analytics, bounce back rate, landing page, content, site traffic, A/B test, is alpha, beta test. Whether the website will create trouble or not, and eye tracking. So these are different ideas you need to have to design a good web page. Okay, these are the good ideas. So that's actually, so you need to know about what are the information structure that you have. What is the user, what is the content, what is the in content architecture you need to have. And then you create a database to hosting your page. So your home page may have blog, may have about, may have category, may have content, and you need to build it. So let's look at this one. So let's assume that use my own website for it. So here, let's actually look at my website. My website is eco24.com. So before I do design my page, I need to know what information I want to put on my website. So my website is like here. We do have about, we have a home page, we have about page, we have course pages, we have homework pages, we have content pages, we have blog pages. Is that okay? So these are the top level architecture you need to have. You need, your content need to have several different pages, and you put them into different folders. Okay.
Okay.
And then let's see. Let's click courses. So when I click courses, it comes to a page, and this page has all the school year informations, different courses that I provide. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then when I click about, that's another page. The about my EC Academy School, and then what are we doing? And I also have the comment that you can leave comment. You click blog, they have blog about who says something. Okay, so something like that, contact information. Who, if they want to call me, what can I do? So this actually is the information I want to have, and then I put it in my website. Right, so I need to have that architecture. Once that architecture been determined, I would search for this one called Bluehost. So Bluehost is my website hosting company. So my website is put as Bluehost. So I deny it, but I put it over here. So let's look into Bluehost. So it has this eco24. I have a password and then login. So this one is the backend. Okay, it will actually send to my email. That's actually located. So right here, let's go to my email. They want to send me a password to my email. And since Bluehost verified my content, so this one is 550-477. Okay, 550-477. 550-477. And also the key. So they allow me to go into the website, and then let me show you. So we have a hosting, we have domain. So domain is handling which domain I have. So I have eco24.com, eco24.online, ecoacademy.org, eacademy.us. These are 4 websites that I own. Okay, the domain name. Do you know what's the domain name?
I never heard of it.
Domain name like google.com is the domain name. So every company have a domain name. My company domain name is eco24.com. So facebook.com is a domain name. Google.com is a domain name. So domain name is the company's website name. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So every website have a domain name. Domain name is like in the internet. How can you find it? So this domain name, you need to learn it. In APEZ, it will test you. Okay, it will test you. And then there is a website that they will show you how to build my website. Okay. So here you can edit the site. Okay, right here you have the edit site. So you go into the editing of the site. So now I can build and change my website using this backend part of editor of my website. Okay, I'm not going to change it. I'm just showing you where my website is and then how the web page got updated. Okay, these are using the Bluehost. Anyway, that is how to build a website and then how to post it. Okay. And then so these are something that basically you build the information. So when you build a website, you need to know about what information I would like to put on. Another thing that you need to know is that since your website is used to do business, so you must have company marketing strategy. So for example, my school is a programming school. So I need to use the website to attract students, to attract parents to look at it. So what is my marketing strategy? That is something that I need to actually figure out. So I need to design a page that look like a school. I cannot design my page look like a casino. Then nobody will come to here to study, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the part the website design need to verify. You also need to know about what information you need to put on. Also need to know what's your business and how you are going to marketing your website. Okay, so these are something you need to learn. Okay, and then next one is all manners of the design. Okay, let's actually talk about this later. Let's jump to the first page design. Let's directly jump to the page 10. There's a lot of pages. We don't want to go too deep. So let's actually go to this 7 create first page. Okay, you can follow me. Okay, you can follow me to create the first page. So first thing that you need to create, open your Visual Studio, the one that you use to create Python code. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So here you still had a Python code answer, okay, your answer. That's fine. Then next one, you need to open a folder. A folder is to put your website in there, okay. Now you just go to this, PC Academy. There's a Python. Okay, let's go to, no, let me create a new one. So let me create a new one. Since this one is a website design, I don't want to use the Python. So let's do CS50 web design 2026. Okay, I have a 2025 folder there, but I'm going to create 2026 one. So there's a 25, there's a 26. Let me look at the 25. So 25, we have these different things there. Okay, so let's look at 26. So 26, I'm going to create something called HTML. So HTML is collecting the HTML code. Now you go into there, create a folder, and then select this as the folder. So here you go to the select all folder. Okay. You come to here to open folder and then select that folder. Okay. So now you are in this HTML folder. Okay. So in that folder, let's actually create a new file. So right here, you have create new file. Let's create a new file. This one, let's call it first.html. Okay. So first.html, then you create HTML. Now, that's it. You have a something called this HTML, this, and then slash HTML. So putting these two things together is one simple web page. Okay, so this one done. That's saving. So once you are done, you save it, you can look at the web page. So you go to where? You go to your, let's see. You go to your directory, the CSPT 2026, this one, and then HTML. Okay, and then the first page, let's select it. Nothing, because you do nothing, you don't put anything yet. But you actually use HTML and slash HTML. That's the first project we have. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So I'm going to quit it. I make one mistake, but I'm going to quit it. Okay. So one mistake I make is right here. I'm HTML. I forget to create chapter one. So let me put create chapter one, and let me move this first page to chapter one. Okay, because later we have chapter two, chapter three. I don't want to put it right under the HTML. So let me put it over there. And then you can go to chapter one. Just like you run Python, you can go to the chapter one and then one moment, I select it. Okay, so you are into the chapter one, you do see this one. You hit Window R, you can type in CMD and bring up your window. And you have this those from view, okay, this those from view. So let's put them a little bit. So here you're going to change to E drive and then CD the directory. Change to that directory, so you copy the path and paste over here. So you change to that website directory and you do code E. You bring up your editor. So you are in chapter one, you have the first page. Let's click on the first page. So right at this moment, you have nothing. Okay, you have nothing. So let's do this. Welcome web design. Just do this. Okay, just do this. So and then do the and then save it. And then this one is the first .html. Let's refresh it. No, we don't have the page. Let's go back. Let's go back to the hard disk. Double click on the first page. It do have this welcome to web designer. Is that okay? Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is a simple web page design that you just put one line of the text in there and you show up to your page. Okay, let's copy this one to second.html. Okay, so normally the page is not so easy. Normally the page is not so easy, so let's delete this one. Okay, so you would have head and you will have body and you will have footer. Three sections. You know, a document, whatever document you will have head, body, footer. If you have a Word file, you also have the head. Head is right here. You may have, let's assume that web design book, and then like September 7th, 2015, 2025. So this is the header. Footer is right here. You have 45, the web page, the page number, and your content of your document is inside the body. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this one is a web page structure. HTML is outside the whole page structure. Inside your header, body, footer. Okay. So now body, let's still put in this one. Welcome web design. Okay, let's put it still like this. Now let's look at the header. So the header right here, I'm going to put one thing. Let's have a title for second page. Just like this, you have the second page, you have welcome to web design. This is title is in the header. So let's actually save this one. Okay, this is the second page. So let's look at it. Now this one's the first page. I don't care about first. Let's double click on second page. Okay, let me pull this one out. So second page, you have a title, second page. So where is the title? Title show up here. Is that okay? Title, second page. So the one that I say is actually title is the second page. This is second page. Show up when you browse the page. This is the title. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So let's actually change the title. Let's assume that we don't use it in this way. Let's use it as the announce page. So something like that. Okay. And then let's just save and then go back. Let me bring up the second page. So right here, it changed to the announce page. Is that okay? So title is the name of the pages. Title is the name of the page. Your body is content of the page. Okay, and the footer. Footer usually is to put those information like all copy rights reserved. And then 2025, fine, something like that. You see some pages had that. So people don't want to copy, you see. That's a footnote. Is that okay so far? We do not provide the format, but that's what the page will look like so far. So I'm talking about 3 section, header section, body section, and footer section. Is that okay so far? Hello, is that okay so far?
Can you hear me?
I hear you, but I didn't hear your last words. Repeat again.
Yeah. Oh, I understand it.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
Now that I'm going to add one more thing. So one more thing that I want to add is let's actually look at the website. So at this moment, this Liana's page actually is this something like gray color earth. That's not what I want. What I want is like, you see, right here, Google has Google image. My company has my company's, Bluehost has Bluehost. Gmail has Gmail's image. I want to put the image on there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this image is called favicon. FANVICON. So you will put the favicon onto it. Every company has a favicon. So let's see. Let's actually search for a favicon. I do have a lot of different kind of favicon, but that's try to search for the favicon. You have any question?
Oh,
Let's use a space icon PNG. Okay, these are space icon CNG. So let's assume that we want to use this space favicon. That's actually selected. So that's really deep. Okay, so I want to download PNG. Is that okay? So I would like to download this PNG. So let's download this PNG. Accept cookies and download PNG. Free download. Where it is. Okay, it's right here. So let's just select it. So here it has something called space symbol PNG. Okay, it download to my download site. So let me cut this one. Cut this one. Go to my directory. Okay, put into my directory. So let's see. It actually is this PC. I'm sorry, my computer is slow. So go to this PC, go to E drive, go to EC Academy, go to Web Design 26, go to HTML, go to chapter 1. Okay, right here, let me actually put my space symbol right here. Okay, I put a space symbol right here and then where it is, it haven't shown up yet. And this one, I'm going to change the name. The name is a space symbol, but I don't want to go with that long name. So let me actually rename it. Delete the that symbol, so just have a space. That's it. Okay, so this is for space. Now go back to my editor. Go back to my editor. I'm going to copy my second HTML, paste it, and then I'm going to name this one as my third HTML. THIRE, third HTML. Okay, so Liana's page. Okay, so this one, let me change the name. This one title, change it to Spade Bag. Okay, stay there. Now I want to add favicon to it. So I'm going to search into. So here let's do favicon link. Okay, there's a favicon link that you can use. So this one is the favicon link. Copy. Go back. Put under the title still in the head section. So it's called link relative icon. Favicon.ico. No, this one is not favicon.ico. It should be okay. It should be called Spain. The PNG. Is okay?
Yeah.
So type is image X icon. That's fine. But this one called href. href is actually called hypertext reference Hs. So H reference, okay? Reference Hs. So you need to show people where the file is. The file is spec.png is actually right here. Okay. Now we hook up this already and this everything okay. Copyright okay. Let's just save it. Go to here, open the third. So you see the name changed to Spadeland. The favicon changed to Spade. We do got a symbol already. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this whole website design is to teach you how to design a good web page. Okay, and the purpose for doing that is later you can show your Python result, you can show your programming result, you can demonstrate your research project, you can build a website to do business. That's the whole purpose we have. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So far we go through 3 pages. That's enough, okay? That's enough. Let's go back. We are going to teach you more things than just the pages. Okay, so first thing, you need to be able to create the different pages. So let's go back to the school website. We do have the homework. So homework is right here. You need to design a title and favicon tag. Is that okay? So I show you how to download from website. You need to download another one. Maybe not spec, maybe hard, maybe something else. But you need to create a favicon for us. Also need to put some titles. Title maybe some other name. I use another name. First HTML. I use a second page. I also use the Spadeland, right? Is that okay? The year you have the
Yeah.
homework, you need to create that. So that's the homework. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you need to do right now. Okay, I already talked about first chapters of homework so far. Okay, there is also some example pages you can look at. There are slices for this chapter. There are also quiz. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that is our homework. Okay. Now let's go back. So we talk about how to create the first page. Later we will talk about more pages. So let's go back. Okay, let's go back. Now, since you know a little bit of what is a page, so you need to, and the page is for business. So you need to know about what is needed to design a page. That's called all manners of the design. So you have user experience design, you have user interface design, you have integrated design. These 3 things are different. So user experience design is like, that's for example, like we have a hospital. They want to design a web page. for the patient to register for their appointments and also pay for their bills. So you need to know about when I pay for the bill, what is needed, how much time I would like to spend to register myself or to pay my bill using the website. This kind of things is called user experience. So user experience pretty much is talking about a story, a scenario. What story? The user's story. I use this website by clicking here, clicking here, clicking here, clicking here. Then I will be able to register my doctor's appointment. That's actually have the story or have the scenario. Is that okay? That portion called user experience, UX. Then there's another one called user interface. User interface is that, okay, since you want to actually register the appointment, so we give you a calendar. And then you pick a day. So those calendar for people to pick a day, that's called user interface. So storyteller tell me I need to design a page for the user to register the day. But the real design is by the user interface design team. So these two are different teams. And there is someone putting things together called interaction design. Okay. So basically, they are user experience design. So user experience design is based on the solid understanding of user and their need, based on the observation and interview. It's okay. You talk to the customer, and then the customer would tell you, "Oh, I want my website to be so and so, so I will be able to register to my appointment." Is that okay? And sometimes you may ask, "Oh, I need to change my appointment date. Can I do it?" Yes, you can. And sometimes you may actually, "Oh, I need to postpone my appointment by 2 hours. May I do it?" Yes, they will let you do it. Okay, they will let you do it. Any questions so far?
No.
No. So there's a user experience design process. Okay, research. You need to do research and emphasize. Emphasize 就是that's actually means that you need to understand the user's need. Okay, and then you create, test, and develop. Okay, that's user experience. So user experience we also talk about human-computer interface. Human-computer interface. HCI. Okay. This is called user experience design. This is human-computer interface. Okay, this whole thing. There are several topics. That's all called user experience design. Okay. And then you also have so basically it's the story and scenario for the user story and scenario. Okay, after that, you actually talk about, okay, in what situation you will use your website. These are different scenario for you to use the website. This is called user experience story. And the next one is interaction design. You design everything together with the user interface. So let's look at the interface. So interface is that I'm going to design my browser like this. My hospital page would look like this. So that's the user interface design. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That may including facial recognition, gesture interface. That may also need to have a fingerprint proof. Okay, so those are user interface design. So combine the two together is called interaction design. User interface and user experience combined together is called integrated design. Okay, so these are just some ideas. And So your user interface may be like this. Your web page may look like this, okay? And this we call it wireframe diagram. Before you really design your web page, you need to draw your wireframe diagram to tell people your page will look like this. Okay, to tell people your page will look like this. And then you also need to come up with the information architecture to see which pages you need to have and put into different folder. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this is your site architecture. Okay, and then story. Okay, story. So right here, these different pictures are taken from the textbook. Okay, are copied from textbook. So these are from textbook. So the first one, title, vehicle, we already did it. Okay, this one we already did it. And then front-end design. Front-end design is to use HTML, CSS to do design, okay? And then JavaScript to do DOM design. This one we will talk about later, okay? So let's assume that you know about the three languages. You need to combine HTML, CSS, and JavaScript together. Okay, now let's try this. Let's actually go to my page. Let me copy the page number 3 to page number 4. Okay, so this is number 4. Okay, this is spelling we don't want to change. But now you have the welcome to design. So this whole thing we call it HTML. Okay, now we want to teach you the CSS. So CSS right here, you will put a style. And then you do body. Okay, and you do border. Let's do margin. 10%. Okay, and then background. Color. Page. So this portion is called CSS. The outside is called HTML. Okay. So this one I use this exclamation mark dash dash and then dash dash this. This whole thing is a comment. Comment means use this. Is that okay?
No.
Hello? So this portion use this. This portion inside the CSS using stars slash star star slash. This whole thing is also comment, also use this. Okay? But we do have the HTML for the whole thing. CSS put in right here. So CSS is for style. So let's look at what is style. So you remember the number 3, but right now let's look at the number 4. Number 3 is all white, no style, but number 4 has the style. So let's actually click on number 4. So number 4, you see, there's a background color. And then here, 10% margin. Here, 10% margin. So CSS is used to do styling. Provide style for the page. And HTML only talk about structure. What is the content that you have? But they don't care whether it look okay or doesn't look okay. They don't care. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So CS is responsible for style. Okay. And then HTML responsible for structure. Now, one more thing. You may also have a JavaScript. So JavaScript, let's look at the JavaScript. So right here, you have a welcome to this. And then inside here, you may have a button. Okay, and then you have a slash button. And inside the slash button, you have, you may have click me. So inside click me here, you may have on click. Okay, you run main function. Okay, and then you go to here. You do define this one. Let's call it call style and then script. So this is script portion is to put your JavaScript there. So right here, I'm giving you a very simple example of combining JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. So HTML for the page structure. And then CSS is responsible for the color, those kind of style. Now, your JavaScript has a function, main function right here. Your main function import you run alert. And then put here, I and here. Okay, just do one thing on here. So let's just save. And then we open the number 4 again. So there is a click me button. There is a background color. Background color decided by the CSS. Now here you have click me. So let's click it. Click. And then the alert show up. So JavaScript is used for the behavior or functions. Function means that you click it, you will do something. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So here, let's review it again. HTML is for page structure. And then CSS is responsible for the color and style. And then JavaScript is for the behavior. These are 3 languages, but they put together into one page. They put together and in one page. So this style section is for CSS, script is for JavaScript, and the whole thing is HTML. That's one whole thing for web page design. A very simple page, but teach you everything that you have. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
And the whole semester will be designing more and more complicated pages. Maybe even including your turtle programming here. That's why you are doing programming there in the code.org. But later you can put a turtle in here. Is that okay? We may teach you how to put the JavaScript turtle into here. Okay. But that's the purpose of the web page design. Okay. We don't want to go too far today for the different pages. We do want to show you the basic idea of what is a page, what is HTML, what is CSS, and what is JavaScript. Okay, so HTML for the page structure, CSS for the styling of the pages, JavaScript for the behavior of all the function of the page. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have front end and back end. Front end is where the user see. So for example, you go to the Amazon. Then Amazon has a page that the the user see. This one is called front end. Front end means that the user will see. But back end, there, if you click this one, they may check how many watermelon Amazon Fresh it still has, or how many strawberry Lucky Store will still have. Those kind of logistics things about database, about how much is inventory you have, that's called backend. Backend means something user don't see. User cannot see that. Who will see the backend? Backend is seen by the store manager. Is that okay? Front end is seen by user. So this is a portion, the order page that I can make order. This page is called front end. Front end will be viewable by the user. But user doesn't know how many watermelon are there. User doesn't know how much money you will make by selling one watermelon. But the backend guy need to know because you are doing business. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so backend guy do need to know about it. That's the backend. Okay, so here we just briefly give you the idea of front end and backend. Okay. So you need to know about when you for your backend what kind of tool you want to use. Okay. And then this whole thing is the flow chart of how to design a website. So you start to have some idea. For example, you want to build a hospital website. Then you need to have a pharmacy department. You need to have a register department. You need to have a doctor's webpage. Then you finish those content development. You need to know about copyright. Did I violate the copyright for United Healthcare? Did I violate the copyright for Stanford Hospital or not? You need to get all the content license. Is that okay?
Yeah.
After you prove for these, you start to build your website and then you do graphic design, making sure your page look okay. And then finally, you optimize your JavaScript code. Okay, so this one is the flow chart of how to create a page. Okay, and your page after you finish, you send to the website, and then you may want to promote it so people can see it. Okay, so people can see it. So this one is the design flow chart for the websites. Okay, so website including front end, back end, design, and marketing strategy. This whole thing is related to website production. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So how website works? So you have a PC. You want to look at the Amazon.com. So you click HTTP and then Amazon.com. So first thing is like, what is HTTP then? What is HTML? So Jessica, what is I'm sorry, Liana, what is HTML?
Like HTM,
Hmm?
like it's like a link, like a language for web pages.
Yes, but the name is called hypertext markup language. So let's do text. Okay, this one is actually choose 48. It's called hypertext markup language. So hypertext markup language, high H text markup language. So first, what is a hypertext? HTML is a hypertext markup language. So what is a hypertext?
It's like a text and it like links to like
Yes.
other
So
documents.
text, what is the text? Text is A, B, C, D, those kind of things, text, right?
Yeah.
So hyper means that you have text, but inside text you embed it with resources. What are the resources? You may have image, you may have music, you may have video, you may have audio. So these different kind of things you may be included in your text. Then those kind of text is not pure text. It actually is a text to represent the data of the resource. Then we call it hypertext. It's more than text, hyper than text. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's actually go back to our page. So this is page number 4. Let's look at the page number 4. Let's actually show you some hypertext. So right here we have this number 4. Let's actually download some image files. So let's assume that let me have, okay, you are lady. So let me use Hello Kitty. Okay, that's actually this Hello Kitty is really cute. So let's just save this image as. This one is WebP file. It's not easy to use. Let's don't use the WebP. Let's choose another one. Let's choose this pink one. Save this one. Okay, this one is a JPEG file. That's good. So let me save this one to my web design 2012, 2026, chapter 1. So this one is called it PT. Okay, then the PT.jpg. So let's go back to my page. So right here, welcome, there's a button, but after button, let's use a BR. BR is a change line, okay? So here is welcome to Java, welcome to PHP. Let's also put a BR. BR means change line, okay? So here, let's put some comment over there. So BR means break, means new line. Is that okay?
Yeah.
BR's break. Okay, now you have a BR. Now here, I'm going to put a image. And I say SRC equals 50. I have a width equals 120. And then height. Height will be auto. Auto means according to the width. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So save this one. Let's open number 4 again. Oh, the page is not shown. Page not shown is actually is kitty the I forget the JPG. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I forget the JPG, so it doesn't find the file. Try one more time. Oh, it did show up. So this is a hypertext because you put the image in there. So you also have a button. You have text. You have text. You have one button. You have one image. So you can mix a lot of information or different type of resources on your pages. Because you mix them, so it's called hypertext. It's more than text. It's a text inclusion of some resources. That's called hypertext. Is that okay? And then this hypertext is a text, and then this language is called markup language. Markup language means that you include mark it up. Mark it up means you have HTML to mark up the page. You have the header to mark up the CSS and script. You have a body to mark up your buttons and image. Include them together. So one open tag, one close tag. So this one is open tag. Open the markup. This one is close tag, closing the markup. So closing tag always has a slash. That means the end of the head section. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So right here, button has the starting of the button is button, closing of the button called button. Then click me is in the middle. So click me will show up on the face of the button. Click me will show up on the face of the button. You have one button, but the face is click me. So you mark up the button with your page. So this hypertext markup language is to put together all kinds of resources for your page. So maybe image, maybe audio, maybe video, maybe some text, maybe some other people's other page. You mark them up together so you have a page. This page right here is an image. Right here may hook up a video. Another place is going to other page. So this is 3D page called hypertext. Is that okay? Hello? Is that okay? That's actually called HTML. So HTML is a document format. It's one document. So your file called first.html is a document format. Okay. Now, what is HTTP? This one AP will test. Okay. What is that? You know HTML now. It's a hypertext markup language. So it's one language. It's actually a format for the text. Now, what is HTTP? Do you know?
It's also hypertext and
So what is the second T? HT is hypertext. Yeah, that's correct. What's the second T?
Transfer.
P is transfer. Yes. What is P?
I don't know what P is.
P is protocol. So what is protocol? Protocol is business rules. Or diplomatic rules. Okay, you go to a restaurant and you want to eat steak, so they plate you a plate and put your knife and your fork on the side, left side for knife, right side for fork. And right side you may have two fork, one for salad, one for steak, and another spoon that's used for soup. So put one on the table that has a standard. Those kind of standard is called protocol. So protocol is a standard. It's a business standard. And HTTP is the transfer standard for the hypertext. So you want to send a hypertext to me, I want to receive a hypertext, then we need to have some sort of communication standard. That communication standard is called HTTP. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you want to send me an email, I want to receive an email, so they will be an email standard. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You want to call me a phone number, and I want to receive the call. So phone number 510-304-9428. That actually has some standard. You need to dial the number in the right way. Otherwise, you cannot make the phone call. Those kind of business standard, we call it protocol. Protocol is a business standard. So you have a hypertext transfer protocol. That means that if you want to send me a page that carry those hypertext, then you need to follow certain standard. It's okay?
Yeah.
So when you go to the browser, you say HTTP equal 24.com. That tell the browser, hey, I want a page. Which page? I want to use the HTTP protocol. Please use the HTTP protocol to find the domain name equal 24 for me. Okay, I got your business standard. So I go to my Bluehost website to download a web page for you. So this is one transaction. You send out a request. Hey, I want this website. So that's a HTTP request. And then it's sent to my Bluehost website. Bluehost website send back the page. This one is called a response page. So there is a request. Request means asking for something, asking for a page. And then there's a response. So who make the request? My PC make the request. Who's make a response? The Bluehost website make a response, send them to my PC. Is that okay? So where is my web page stored? My web page is stored at the Bluehost website. And every time I hit the browser, it will go to the website to download my page and put my local browser. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
That's how this web page works, okay? That's how this web page works. So basically, you need to go HTTP to my website, and then you download a page back to your PC. Okay, that's it. One request. So you log in, you send a request to server contact. You send another server request, and then you send that response. So talk back. Your browser to server, browser to server, server to browser. Keep doing transactions. This is called one session. Okay, so you need to establish your session and then you transfer your pages among your server and your computer. This is how the website works. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
And there are 7-layer architecture and 7-layer protocol. HTML is the top level protocol, but we won't go into here yet. That's too much right now. We will teach you the 7-layer architecture later. Okay, at this moment, no. So this is a 7-layer part. You just need to know about there's a hypertext transport layer, there's an email transport layer, there's a file transfer protocol, 3 different kind of protocol. There's also a domain name server protocol, help you to find a website. These are different protocols. Okay. So again, what is a protocol? What is protocol? You have to remember it. What is protocol?
It's like a set of rules.
A set of rules. Yes, you need to remember that. Okay. So your application there, you need to have URL. URL, a uniform resource locator. So it tell people on the Google side, there is an image you need to download. So those image location is called URL. Is that okay? That's actually just like an address of that image. Where is my image? My image is located at that URL. Is that okay so far? And you send out HTTP request to computer and get a response. Okay, this one I don't want to emphasize it. You just have some idea, and later you will know. Okay, later you will know. So here give you a simple page structure, HTML versus headers, header, body, and then you have one page, and this is a whole page. When you browse the browser, it would look like this. Is that okay? The page design will look like this. As for why, we will talk about it later. Okay, that's the only thing you know. And then CSS is for style. Talking about what color they are, where are you going to locate, put there. Okay, that's a style. Okay. The next one, we already designed several pages for you. Okay, now there are some big idea you need to know before we finish today's talk. A few big ideas that you need to know. Number one, computer is not a web. The web is everything connecting together. Okay?
Okay.
One single computer is not a web. Web is like spider's web. So it's a huge network is called web. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Web by itself, spider's web. So it actually has a lot of thing in there. It's called web. And here, too much. Okay. And there's a web 3.0. These are too much. So far you haven't know about 1.0, so too much to talk about 3.0. These are different generation of computers. Okay. We don't emphasize it now, okay? But you need to know about people. That's fine. So quantitative first page, we already done that. So next time we are going to revisit the design of the first pages with more materials. Okay, right now we just up to the 3-4 pages that we create. Okay, next time we are going to create more complicated pages. Okay, any questions so far?
No.
So next time we will create more professional pages, start to teach you more detail of page design. Okay.
Okay.
If no question, that's it for today. Okay.
Okay.
Good night then. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you.